Sir.
Hey, my problem is, man, my wife and I have switched roles. I mean, she's a nagger. I mean, she nagged me to the point where I just give up, and she'll win every argument.
Never give up.
And I just go around feeling defeated all the time, and she's making all the decisions. And
Have you ever played sports?
Oh yeah, I've wrestled in football.
Wrestled in football, beautiful wrestling, contact, right?
Yes, sir.
What was your mentality when you went out to wrestle a dude?
Did you ever play and give up?
What was your mentality when you went out to have a wrestling match?
Oh, you just want to dominate your opponent.
Well, what's the fucking difference here? See, women confuse us with this thing where they make us feel like what we are ain't shit. We're competitive. You got to go. Women only have, look, Carlotta's a rough customer, but I got 45 more levels than her because I'm not gonna win.
So
and women, they competitive too, but eventually what they do is they want to be second. This is your fault, nigga. Your wife is controlling you because you innately are letting her. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? Let's say she leave you. What are you really gonna miss?
Nothing.
That's what I'm talking about, nigga.
That's not true. TV, you will miss something.
But how long have you been married?
Don't let him soup you up and let you.
You
do
hear
something.
this? That's your wife talking.
No, but
Do you understand?
He can get you to make a mad decision. Like he doesn't know your wife.
Listen
She's
to
a
her.
person. She's
This
not
sounds like your wife, doesn't
She's
it?
not a vagina walking
This sounds
around.
like your wife, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
There's things about her that you love.
This sounds like your wife, doesn't it?
She gets away with stuff and says stuff to me that ought to beat a man's ass for. You know what I mean?
And that's what another fucking, thank you for saying that, James. That's another thing you don't respect, and that's where a lot of the resentment comes. I'm a man. I can throw you through a window, and I don't.
But how do you? But there's some women who can beat some men.
There are laws.
No, ready? Hold on. Ready? Time out. Let me say this. There are some women that can beat me. I bet you can beat me in a race. I bet you could. I bet you could. But you couldn't beat a guy who runs in a race. You understand? The best man is the best.
Not true, sweetie.
There is no best woman at the best.
That's not true. That's not
Name
true.
a woman who's the best.
Because of that.
Name a man.
Because that sports.
Michael Jordan.
Oprah Winfrey.
No.
Ready? Oprah Winfrey? Warren Buffett? Bill Gates? Is better than Oprah.
I don't know.
$40 billion better than Oprah.
I'm not talking about money.
The bet. Well, what was you talking about?
Because
She's gonna change.
There you go. You keep stuttering,
Wait,
Carlotta. The best man is the best.
I can't talk because you know what I mean. If you want to hear,
Go ahead.
This is the thing.
Go ahead, James. Hold on. Go ahead, James.
What's the process in turning this around? I mean, when we first got together, she would volunteer to suck my dick. And
Hey, ready? Hey, James. Let me tell you what happened. James, you listening? Do you hear her? This is what I'm saying. I conquer Carlotta's every day. I'm King Carlotta Conqueror. Carlotta is on a slab and she don't know it. She already got an apple in her mouth. I'm gonna get her. But that's how I feel, James. What you did, dude, is you fell into that thing that men fall into where we think we have to be socially, you know, hey, we can't think like this anymore. I have to, hey, man, she's my wife, she's my everything, she's my partner. Let me tell you what you do. Except for hit her, don't hit her. But what you do is you search your gut. You search honesty. When she's talking to you and you feel something, you act on it. Not physicality, but if she's talking too much and you're like, holy shit, why don't this bitch shut the fuck up? Tell her to shut the fuck up, James. Try it. Try, look, I don't like my fucking eggs like this. See, here's the thing again. This is my point I want to make. Fucking women, women, they don't sell what we trying to buy. A woman is always trying to sell her betterment. Her betterment means nothing to me in terms of what I want as a man.
That's a shame.
That's not the point I'm making.
What do you want, eggs?
Shut up. Now listen. But do you see how the relationship
there's a level of comfortability or
May I just say this?
Hold on.
Street's finishing.
Hold on, I'm gonna finish up. Hold on, let me finish up. The problem is your wife is giving you things like women will go, I'm a good girl, right? I'm a good person. I'm a good woman. And she's not naming things good to her. Like she's like, I cook, I do this. It's like I don't give a fuck. You gotta know what I'm buying with my fucking spirit. With my spirit.
So what are you buying?
You gotta, James, you gotta tell, you hear how they just won't shut up? That's the first thing you do, is you get them to want to listen to you. Now, you see Catherine stop talking a little bit, because she started listening. Carlotta is still talking because her sickness is worse.
Slowly coming out.
But she'll never defeat me. Because Carlotta, you are trying to defeat me. And that's another, James, listen to Carlotta. See, that's what women do. They can be aggressive, but then when it comes down to it, they can do this. No, not me. But yes, her. Yes, her. They're the enemy, James. They're the enemy. Don't you ever forget.
No, wait, please don't cut them off. Can I just
Don't you ever forget, James. It's us against them.
Can I just say something, Patrice?
Yes.
You didn't turn him off, did you?
He's listening, though. He's on the radio. Go ahead.
You turned him off. That was really nice.
What?
I said I want to talk to him.
You want to talk to him? James, call back in. She needs to talk to you.
Okay, can I say this?
Go ahead, baby.
Okay, because I wanted to ask him a question. What she's doing to him, and I'm not saying I've never made this mistake, what she's doing to him, nagging, that's wrong. That's not right. It's not right for anybody to do this to anyone, because people are people, and if you want somebody to do something in the first place, literally, and I know this is like bewildering your ears.
No, it's just that you
missed the entire point.
Disclaimer, you set your point up, and then when somebody
call back in.
Address your point, then you go, oh, I just want to say one more thing. Get to the point. Say what it is you're gonna say, and stop giving a disclaimer and prerequisiting everything that you say.
Just say it, baby.
You're a good person. We all understand you're a good person. You don't have to.
Ooh, Reggie's nice and frustrated with you. I've never seen this before. No, yeah, he's a bitter guy. But that's what you're doing. It's like when you got to stick that out. This is the thing. You have no one has ever, and this is what I like about what's going on with this show. No one has ever told Carlotta to shut her face.
Oh my gosh,
she's your brothers, your mom, but I'm talking in a relationship where a guy who wasn't abusive to you just was like, Carlotta, you fucking talk too much about nothing, because you've never had to deal with that, because your comfort zone in babbling. You have a comfort zone in going, and then
I think that's you.
Up is down and down is up. But I'm not babbling.
I think when you talk, it's not babbling, but when anyone else talks, it's babbling.
No, because you don't understand. When you talk, you're venting. You're not getting to the point. You're just.
I'm not venting. I'm trying to be.
No, you're venting.
Which comes to Drew Boogie.
But still, they haven't let me finish. But still,
which James will call back in. Here he is. Here he is. James is back.
Because I talk the way I talk, I'm dragging him on because I'm not a man.
No, you are dragging him on. It has nothing to do with you.
James,
it has nothing to do with
Hey, James.
Exactly like them, or do what they want.
Listen,
James, is he
it has
on?
nothing to do with you being a woman.
James, you hear this? This is your wife, isn't it? Listen to her. This is your wife, isn't it? Listen to her. Listen to her. Listen to this. Listen to this.
So can I say what I want to say?
Say it. Stop asking if you can say it and say it. You've been running your fucking mouth since you came in here. Just say it.
James, this is your wife. Hey, James.
Really?
James, this is your wife.
Do you think that works? Do you really think that works? Do you really think that works?
James is back.
Now I'm gay.
Now, wait a minute.
That's where we're going. Is that where you're going?
You're just so upset. Stop nagging. Don't nag.
This is volatile. James is getting scared.
Now I know I don't like that.
I love you. Don't
You're
nag.
talking a lot of shit. You ain't saying nothing.
But
Say
you're
it and
talking.
say it
I'm
and
not talking.
just say your point.
Hold on.
Just say your point.
Hey, doctor.
By the fact Because you just keep talking shit and you ain't saying a goddamn thing.
So why are you quiet?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, James is back.
You're still babbling.
Keep you in the vagina.
James
You're too
James
fucking skinny for me to fuck you.
James is back.
You're not even my type. You're not even my type.
I've never seen this. We're taking a break. James, stay on the phone. James is scared because this reminds him of his relationship. James is back. James is back. James, she wanted to talk to you. James is back.
I'm sorry about that outburst. He's very dangerous.
Go ahead. Let her. But here's what's funny. Wait a minute, James. Let me tell you what's. I can see this. Let me tell you what's going on. He's not mad for what she's doing. Her thing that she thinks she's winning at. He's mad that she thinks that's getting him. That's a man's
I'm not trying
anger.
to get him. That's what you think.
You are, Carlotta. You are trying to get. You're catty because you're a model. Y'all do that to each other. Yes, this is what you do. You go. Okay, Joyce. You're gonna go in those shoes. Didn't do it. I know that. You're catty, baby. I'm King Kong on this shit.
A person can't just be like a generally nice person.
James. There's James.
James, can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Jesus Christ, she's still asking for permission.
And that's passive aggression, by the way.
It is in some ways.
It is always. Just go. James is here. Go ahead, baby. James.
I was just thought you were on the radio.
Focus, gorgeous. James.
James, when you're arguing with her or when she's nagging you, how have you tried to like shut that down, or like do you just scream and yell, or like what happened?
No, by this point, I just block it out and let her have her way just to get her to shut up.
Right. Well, why don't you just leave the room or walk away from her so that you...
I'll answer the question, because the bitch follows up. You know what? Listen, enough of Carlotta. James. No more question for James. James,
just one more question.
tell her to shut the fuck up.
I just want to ask him one question. What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of nothing. I'm just...
Good question.
You know,
He's afraid.
of her.
That's the same question. Thank you, sweetie. That's the same question I asked you. Is listen, if she left you, what would you really miss?
Well,
And here's the wait, James. And here's the thing about it.
know what that is.
Your fear. Here's what you have to conquer. You have to be willing to lose to play a game. To play a game, you got to be willing to know that there's a loss, and you got to be willing to lose. And you gotta be willing to lose the horseshit marriage you're in because she runs the show. Like, women, now look at this. Any woman who runs the relationship is miserable because she's not nice and he's miserable. When I'm running it, it's better because because Monday, I'm consistent. Y'all bleed every month. You have hormonal changes. On Monday, I'm a great guy. On Wednesday, I don't talk to you. Look, I don't pay y'all no attention.
Men have moods for real. And I know some real emotions.
Our moods are you don't respect.
That's just
You don't respect the bicep. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't respect the bicep. God damn it, James. Don't let this woman shit get to you, man. You gotta, don't go 0 to 60. Just listen, try not, because another thing they got is, did you hear the confrontation between Dante and Carlotta? Women,
there was no confrontation.
Women, wait, don't say Dante, chill.
All right.
Women cannot function on their own emotion as their feed source. So when we're emotional with them, they need that. They don't care whether it's positive or negative attention, it feeds them. So to you, it's attention. All you gotta do is sternly marginalize her horse shit. Means nothing to me. Keep talking, baby. What can you really do but walk out that door? And if you ain't willing to do that, shut the fuck up. Try that. That's right, James. Try that shit. Try that. We're taking a break, and when we come back, we're gonna do more calls, and we're gonna get to this report. Drew's
That boy was lying.
Mid-level report here.
That's right.
He knows.
Drew Boogie's coming back with his mid-game
knows,
reports. I don't want to call it the same thing of red eye and shit. I'm gonna go to Manny in Miami, man. Damn, that T thing. I'm sorry, T. Whoever the fuck you are, man. Go ahead. Manny?
Yo, Patrice, what's up, man?
How are you, man?
I understand what you're saying about women, and, you know, like, I've been an asshole. Well, I kind of still am. And whenever I do meet a woman, and we have, like, a good relationship, even though it's short-term, it comes to a point where she realizes I'm an asshole, and her friends realize I'm an asshole, and then it just goes all around, and it kind of gives you a bad rep. You know what I'm saying?
No. What do you mean asshole? What do you do as asshole, man? You see,
like, you know,
asshole
like,
ain't. Hold on.
You don't show him. You don't put him on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? You don't put him on a pedestal. You don't treat him like the queen or anything. You treat him like you know, one of your friends, but that you're attracted to, and you know you want to have sex with.
All right. What's one of the principles, Manny? One of the principles of this show. One of the principles, and we're gonna always one of them that's dead. What is steadfast?
Steadfast.
Steadfast principles is that is your fault, man. It's not their fault. It's something you're doing, right? You're not being the right asshole. Because when I say asshole, I mean it in context. I don't mean you hit her. I don't mean you curse her out on a regular basis. I just mean there's a level, because in understanding what they are, they hate being in charge. The queen, that position is second. That's the highest level of position a woman can be in the world, is a queen. But she's second as that, and she loves being that. Women don't want to win, they want a winner. They want to look at their man and go, this motherfucker's the shit. That's what I mean by asshole, that she continues to look at you like, fuck, this motherfucker is the shit. Because their drive is to bring you down so you can go coochie coo, I love you so much, so they can be comfortable with how they feel about you. Because I'm going to tell you what it is. We're lovable, and they don't know how to be lovable, but they want love. So they attack and make a motherfucker love them, and then you really don't love them.
I mean,
They're not animals. They're not attacking.
Yeah, you attack. You don't know how to be lovable. We do. That's your fault is why relationships, women's fault is why relationships are fucked up, because men have to give you something that they don't want to give you right away, but we're willing to do it.
Would you call yourself lovable?
Oh,
Love, and likability, and charm, likability, and love, that's my vagina. And I'm willing to give it freely. I'm a charm hoe. Hey, baby, what do you need? What do you? I am a hoe with my charm. I give you what you want, and then you give me what I want, but what I give you is so much more valuable in the long run. That's why women get fucked up. All right, Manny.
Oh my God. This is why.
By the way, when you asked me about Steadfast, isn't that Oprah's boyfriend?
Stedman. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say this about Stedman. Let me tell you about just what I'm saying about what y'all think makes us attracted to you. If you look at any picture of Stedman and Oprah, now Oprah owns islands.
She owns the
She
world.
owns helicopters.
Yeah, right.
She owns influence. Oprah is a beast, and I don't mean that.
All right, we get it.
All right, thank you.
Literal sense.
She is, but if you look at any picture of Oprah and Stedman, Oprah's always curled up in a ball next to Stedman. She's always in the picture with Stedman. Stedman's never Mr. Oprah. That's what I mean by that arrogance, that thing where she just like,
manness.
fucking Stedman, all the dudes that want her, like, she be on there like, Jamie Foxx wants to fuck me, you see this, Stedman, like, I don't give a fuck about that, fuck him. Fucking Stedman! She love that motherfucker. Now watch Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt in pictures.
She's a man-eater, dude.
He is in the picture with her, pushing African babies around. Got one Chinese baby, he's holding on his shoulder, pushing one, and she's like, hello everybody, I'm Angelina. That relationship stinks.
No, it's a wonderful relationship.
Why? Because
she's the boss. Women don't like to be the boss. You don't. You hate, at least in your manhood.
I think some men are just out of the
Have you ever been the boss in your relationship?
Yes.
All of them, except for which one? The one you're in now, right? Exactly. See what I'm saying? You understand that you gotta find a guy that you can fish, motherfucker.
Every woman wants a
No,
strong
not good. No, unless you open a business together, money-wise.
Nobody wants to.
I'm saying, this is all I'm saying. You know what? And this is, some people might think this is shocking, but I actually do think that I do believe like a man takes, let's just say this, I think we have different roles. And I'm not gonna get into that whole.
She's gonna do it really careful.
What's the role? What's the role? Well, go ahead, baby. What's the role?
I'm, you know,
The man is the man. Say it. That's what you want to say.
You
Don't
need me
confuse her, Doctor.
You need me to open that pickle jar, don't you?
no, I think that a lot of with women's empowerment is like, let's be treated equal, but we're not the same being. So why? Yes, I do want you to open a door for me. So I don't want to do that for a man, and I'm not going to do that for a man. So I mean, like, there are some women who don't want that, and I think when you get into that, like, feminine rights and things like that, women don't discuss that. Like, we do have very different roles, and yes, I do think.
Name a role, baby. Come on now.
And I'm trying to stay away from that.
Name a role. I'm not gonna let you just sit here and right now you're just.
Okay, I'm trying to be very general. I think we can both
spit it out, baby.
Okay.
You ain't gonna lose no modeling contract. Spit it out.
I think we can do different. We can both do the same thing, but yes, I do think that it's.
I would say
You want a strong man that you can submit to without him being abusive. That's what you want.
I would like to just say a man has to be a man and feel like a man in a relationship. And when I said yes,
and who do you think should make a man feel like a man? Whose responsibility is that?
That's a woman's responsibility.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's my responsibility to make me feel like me. You understand that?
But
thank you. I don't need you. I don't need you for anything.
Some validation, because like you said earlier, that men are so insecure in their pursuit of women because we're trying to, of course, attract as many women as possible. So if a woman rejects you, that's why you have the particular mindset and demeanor that you have now, that, okay, in my rejection, I found I get further, or more women are attracted and have a tendency to, quote unquote, stalk within.
All right, ready? Okay, time out. Time out. Stop the presses for a second. Let me interject. Let me explain something. Let me boil it down to a real easy way to look at it.
So you do look for our validation. And your egos are so fragile.
Time out.
Patrice, it's more like reaffirmation. Validation to a point is okay, but the happiness, your self-respect has to come from within. It has to come from yourself. If you let another person make you happy, they have the power to take away your happiness too.
And let me explain to you another thing, like in terms of, I think, and I'm serious, dude, women always get bored with the idea of vagina. You know, they go, oh, do we have to talk about? It's very, very important because you run it. But here's the issue with the vagina.
The other part.
Time out now. If men had something, this is what confuses women and angers them. If men, here's the difference between us and y'all. If men had something on our bodies that we didn't know whether every time a woman talked to us or not, it was genuine. We had to always figure out, what does this girl really want, man? Let's say we all had 20 G's in our pocket. I'm just being hypothetical. 20 G's was like, women go, all men got 20 G's, nigga. So they go, hello, how are you, blah, 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 right? Here's what men would do. Men would go, shit, here, take this 20 G's, because I'm better than this. Take your 20, you want it, I want you to stop trying. I want to give you what you want just to see what you really about, so I don't have to think you lying. So what happens is y'all, and this thing that kills me about women, love fucking. They love coming. It's more important for me to be better in the bed than you, because I don't give a fuck. I'm like, shit, lay there like a zombie. I'm gonna explore. I know something good's gonna happen. But women, you need us to be good. Women need all type of shit from a man. You need us to be good in bed. You need us to be smart. You need all these things to make you, to energize you and be attracted to us. And what do we get in return? What do we demand from you in return? And you holding on to it, it's important to us, but it ain't special. It's not special. When a guy comes in, he has to establish himself. Let me tell you, man, I've been in this business 16 years. You YouTube me. I got a bunch of shit. You've been in the business 7 years. You've been a distinguished doctor for 25 years? That's my establishment. Now, when a woman walks in the door, you're already at my level, depending on how pretty you are.
You got an automatic
There's
wild card.
There's some women who are as pretty as 16 years in this comedy business and respected. You walk in the building, just because you're pretty, that brings you up to my level. The anger is, the resentment wheel that men have is that, motherfucker, I've been doing what I do 16 years. She come in this motherfucker with a pretty face and pretty eyes, pretty mouth, and think you me? I'm better than you. A lot of guys need, but I say that. Wait a minute, I say that. I say that so that the woman could be attracted to me. You understand? That's where the anger that men have is because a lot of guys walking in the street that don't have a radio show, that don't have the stage, that haven't explored confidence. They're walking around like, I want to love this woman, but what do I do? Because you are choosing. Just because you got a vagina. Just because you got one.
But you can't be mad and bitter at women because we have vaginas.
Why are you mad and bitter at us? Because we got your vagina, which is love, that we take away from you.
I'm not mad or bitter at you.
Oh, shut up.
But don't you see, Patrice, don't you see how more interesting this show is?
That's just kids. I love her.
If these were three unattractive women, this conversation would not be as interesting.
No.
It's because they are so attractive that the conversation is even more interesting.
And they are lovely, all in their different ways, man. Lovely women, all in their ways, get men talk to you. And that's another thing why, like I said,
women are not totally aware of the power that they are wielding. They do it innately. It comes innately
but that's
to
the
them.
point. The point is
when
that you have to explore those behaviors, and
exactly
you have to explore those and understand those behaviors to get in their head.
But
in the
I
first
think
place.
your problem is as a person because you have a problem. I think as in your personality, I mean, it's like extremes with you. It's no gray area. Like either I'm better or I'm worse. You know, you have a vagina or you don't. Like, what about just people?
That
doesn't exist.
Who he is.
I fucked up again. I'm so sorry. Hey, Dustin, I'm sorry about that, dude. Dustin.
It's yo.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, man. You're on the Black Phillip show with Dante and Jeffrey and Drew and Danny, Carlotta, and I forget her name.
Catherine and Dawn.
Catherine and Dawn. I've been calling her Condoleezza the whole time. Catherine and Dawn. What's up, man? What's going on, bud?
I just wanted to say that, like, I can see it from both sides. I used to be, like, a real nice guy and all, but, like, it wasn't working out for me, you know, girl, you know.
Why now? Wait a minute. What made you think it wasn't working out for you? What happened?
My girlfriend was cheating on me. You know what I mean? Like.
Because you know why? Like, how hard was you fucking her?
I mean,
well,
you loved her.
Did you fuck her? Did you fuck her like she was like she was a girl you didn't give a fuck about?
Nah.
There you go.
Well, now.
Stop kissing her on her forehead. Gotta fuck her like she's a hoe, my man. Don't you ever stop smashing it. Fuck her like you're a caveman killer, but go ahead, man.
But yeah, like, after, you know, the couple girlfriends, I was like, I'm tired of this shit, fuck that, you know, and just started, like, I met this one girl, you know, banged her, and then, like, just, like, didn't talk to her for a couple months.
Right.
You just
talking to her. Banged her again. Didn't talk to her for a couple months, started dating her, and now, like, she's pretty much in my pocket now.
Hold on, baby, because he can hear you. Wait a minute. Hold on, shut the, please, hold on. Finish what you just, say what you just said again, dude.
She's pretty much in my pocket now.
She's in your pocket. Cause you felt like you fucked the shit out of her and then you just said nice talking to you.
Pretty much good.
What's your problem, lady? He's in a happy relationship now because he's running it.
Well, can I say this? I don't think you're ever really happy. I think it's about a balance, and Jeff can talk, a lot about this. I don't think it's ever about being on one side, being complete jerks, banging women, and then not talking to them the next day.
Wait, let me explain what she did. She did the quote-unquote sign and looked in the air. Go ahead, beautiful. Banging women. This is so beneath me.
or being what you feel, what he's talking about. Some women are like drooling and pining over them. Neither one of them is good, because none of it's attractive for anybody when anyone's at two opposite extremes. But having a balance, like knowing who you are and saying, I want you, I don't need you.
Oh my God! Do you understand? That is a woman's put. Here's a problem. Thank you, sir, for calling it. Here's the problem with women. When do you suspect? Let's say, when do you suspect? What year did we find out pussy was important? You think? The year one.
For me,
as soon as you showed up.
Whenever the beginning of time when somebody found out that you go, holy shit.
That's why prostitution is the oldest. Patrice, that's why prostitution is the oldest profession.
It's the oldest profession. Now here's what I think happened. And here's listening to Carlotta, listening to Catherine, and listening to you. Dawn. Dawn's kind of chilling.
Listening to her thinking.
Listen to her thinking. Right. What I think is what happened is once men found out, this is how powerful vagina is. I think if it was, we found out 20,000 years ago that pussy was important. And women found it out, like, holy shit, I can get all this niggas rocks, or all this, whatever was valuable.
I got something valuable here, right? Yeah.
Seashells, shells, and his rocks.
Whatever was valuable then, and a woman found out, shit, this motherfucker gonna give me all of this for this? You understand? And that was shaving. That bitch's pussy was a mess in the year one. So, what happened is, women never, ever progressed. You've never progressed in your game. So men are still 10,000 years behind, but we are steadily trying to catch up to where vagina is and the importance thing, so that we can keep our rocks. That's what we're trying to do. But you're staying exactly the same. You're just going through the same mentality, and men are trying to figure out. We are really trying to conquer the vagina.
To figure out how
it's
to get
very
our rocks
important. But you marginalize how important it is for us. You really, all the things you say is based on you and how you feel and what it should be for us. But we don't give a fuck, Carlotta. I don't care if you can read. You know why I don't give a fuck if you can read? Because a man, this is why women hate to be number one.
No, some women, care. There are some men who care about that. If you can't
fuck, Catherine, I don't give a fuck, because I can. I'll teach you. If you can't read, I don't give a fuck. I'll teach you. If you don't know how to read, I'll figure out some shit we can do that you're going to get.
No.
Any of your shortcomings as a woman, based on the fact you got vagina, you'll be all right, because I'm the king and it trickles down. But when a woman, wait a minute now, tell me the truth.
People need
Carlotta,
to
let me, I'm going to let you, hold on, let me finish, I'm going to finish the whole thing real quick, and then you respond. When a man has shortcomings, when a man is lower level than you would like him to be, if he's under you in terms, you can't deal with that. You can't deal with uplifting a guy. Not that you don't want to, but it's not attractive. It makes you sick to have to raise a man up.
Why does it have to be over or under? Why can't it be like? Can I just ask
why are so many women with losers though?
No,
because it's that low self-esteem thing, and you realize that doesn't last, does it? It always, like, she comes in, she does a thing, she does this and she does that, but she eventually, a chick. I've been a bum guy in 2
They say knowledge is its own reward.
And I realized,
I shall explain to you the mysteries
no matter how
of the
lovely they were, oh no, I have it, I didn't have it when I was young. I didn't have it. They had it.
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
They will go, why I gotta keep paying for the fucking food? I'll never say that.
It's about a balance. It's about a balance. And I understand, I do get what you're saying, because sometimes, I have been in relationships where I do think that it's nice when guys take care of things. I think I gotta take care of other things, like in other ways, but I hear what you're saying.
What's the other ways? I'm not gonna keep letting you just vaguely say stuff. What's the other ways?
No, listen, and I think it's unhealthy.
I'm curious to hear that too.
Okay,
what's the other ways, Carlotta?
I'm saying, but it's about me even achieving that balance. Like, you shouldn't always have to pay for dinner. Like, sometimes I should. Like, I think it's about...
I don't think you should. I don't think you need to.
Okay, that's your choice, but that's not saying that I'm not offering.
Well, I must
say... And you have to be in a position that if my girl pay for my food.
If I don't have it, I don't have it. That's one thing.
If my girl pay for my food, I know that I'm in a position where she can't hold it over me because naturally she's gonna slowly, nice watch. Naturally she's gonna start to go, motherfucker. She knows she paid for. If I go, give me $20, man. I'm gonna say that with that kind of.
Anybody's gonna say that when it's
comfort zone.
Give and no take. It's about a
I like
balance.
taking care of women. Don't you like taking care of women?
That's our job. It trickles down from us.
I love that feeling. I like women to feel safe and secure with me. I want them to know that I would take care of them.
But it's about a balance.
I'm not paying somebody's rent.
Let Catherine speak for a second. Catherine, go ahead, sweetie.
I must say I do agree with you because it is somewhat off-putting and it becomes less and less attractive if you are dealing with a man that can't, hold his own weight or be a provider. So I can't sit here and say that it should be equal, yes, on some, because you have to give back in a relationship, but at the same time, I think a man is a provider.
It's never.
Let me say this. Let me say this to you. Let me change that word. Let me change that word equal. I'm gonna give you a better word. You have your value, but equal ain't gonna happen.
Well, when I say equal,
we're different.
You have your value.
Now I'm talking about equal. I was thinking in the context of going out to dinner. Or sometimes you should, of course, pay for dinner.
But that's logistics. That's not even the big picture.
There's no such thing as different and equal.
I don't believe
exactly.
in that. I do believe in that. But I'm gonna say
you
this.
believe in what?
I do believe in equal but different. Okay, but I will say this, that okay, in a lot of majority of the situations, like the man sometimes is making more money than the woman. I'm not talking about if I don't have it. If I don't have it and like you're making more money than me, that's one thing. That's
doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter to me if you don't have it.
I understand.
To a real dude.
I'm talking about for me, sweetie.
Right.
I'm talking about for me. Like,
and that's what you've been talking about. That is the problem,
You got your opinion and I got mine, so I'm just trying to talk to you.
But the world, do you think the world?
No, I don't.
Wait a minute. Do you think the world understands women's needs more than a man's needs?
No, but I do. I think it's unfair. I do. But I'm just saying this. When I don't have it...
Wait. Do you... No. There was a question posed. What was your answer
to the... He said, does the society or the world around us understand women's needs more than men's? I'm listening to you. And yes, I do.
Okay.
I actually listen. I know you don't, but I do. I'm just joking, but I'm serious. You don't listen to that. But I'm joking. No, but I'm saying that if I don't have it, that's one thing. And sometimes when I don't have it, pick me up, help me out. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have it, like hopefully I can help you out too. You know what I mean?
See, but you gotta understand, it's not picking you up and helping you out for us.
It's what we do.
It trickles down from me. That's what I'm supposed to do.
You are a provider. I do believe
and we want to do it.
Yes,
it makes you feel good to do it.
That's part of being a man.
I'm King Patrice, Carlotta. You're Queen Carlotta.
Sweetheart, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, I still would like to offer. Like I'm still going to offer. Like great, you want to do it.
Very nice.
And here's what I said to you earlier. Here's what I said to you earlier that you didn't listen to. It's not that high. You're just getting hot.
You're sweating.
Well, I'm overweight, baby. What's your excuse? Yeah, it's getting hot in there, ain't it?
No,
I want to say something to when you said how do women end up with bums. I think that women who end up with bums, they still think those bums are better than them. Like if you got a woman and she has degrees
in the beginning,
and she thinks he's better because even though he doesn't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of, he doesn't care. So she admires the fact, his free spirit, the fact that he don't give a fuck, that he really doesn't care. He has nothing going on and he don't care. Whereas you might have, you have your degrees and this, that, and the other, and you're still worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. And that is something to be jealous of. It's something to admire in a man. And so I think it still supersedes that.
But who knows? Because I think, America. This is why I'm quitting, comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm on the way out.
Done.
It's the fact. I watched the Bin Laden. Of course, we all seen the thing.
Yeah.
And there's the conspiracy, what they call conspiracy nuts, and then there's whatever. And the thing that gets me is that when there is one little question that makes you go, what? That we don't galvanize and say, no, you're not allowed to say anything else till we cover this. Give me a
straight answer.
A straight answer, because flushing Bin Laden down the ocean like he's cocaine from the Goodfellas.
You don't feel that was.
It
reeks of cover-up.
It doesn't prove anything. Somebody like Hannity to make me sound like a complete idiot if I went on the show and went, he flushed him down in the fucking ocean. It's just, you go, there's nothing that just makes you. Makes you go, what?
Does it just reek of cover-up of something?
But it does.
Yeah.
But can we focus one day on one issue that bothers us as a country in terms of this whole, let's say.
But they'll never answer it.
So let's say this. Whatever news you follow, because what it is, I listen to Fox or listen to CNN or listen to the conspiracy guys, which is, my source of news.
Sure.
So, there has to be something where we go, let's take out all the fucking shit, right?
And just concentrate
and let's concentrate on our own logic in our own scenario. And in anyone's scenario, do you fucking throw Bin Laden in the ocean? In any of your own scenarios?
I love Patrice's take on this.
Not the news is telling you this, because Fox will just go. The difference to me between like the Alex Joneses, the Webster Tarpleys, the fucking Farrakhan, and Alan Watt. Those are the four guys I get my news from.
Yeah.
Okay. There's always a way for you to go fuck you, and then you go look it up.
Yeah.
It's always that. It's historical. The regular news does not allow you to fuck with history. If you see people that go, the Gulf of Tonkin, people go, Danny dismisses that.
Yeah.
Shh, that's not the issue. Gulf of Tonkin. Suck a dick. But there's no weapons of mass destruction. We're there for nothing. Shut up. You don't support the troops, and you're just babbling. But you go, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
The Gulf of Tonkin's fake. We died. The motherfuckers died. It was fake. But they go, suck my dick. So, the thing about the quote-unquote conspiracy guys, you can go fuck you and go look that shit up and go, holy shit. This happened. It was fake. So my thing is, fuck listening to people. Now just go with your own fucking mentality. There's a lot of things that's going wrong with this Bin Laden
now,
shit.
what's your take on the whole thing of the Muslims have to be fucking disposed of, now whatever it is, in a day?
Really? Let me tell you something. If you Google any criminal, Babyface Nelson, there's a picture of the guy that shot him in his face, taking a look at what the fuck I did shot.
You're right, yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde, that bitch, they will never show a bitch dead, but you go Bonnie and Clyde, bullets all in her face.
Right.
And fucking
G-Man is out
G-Man.
With a Tommy gun.
Like so.
Break it down. What do you think happened?
This is
break it down
in conspiracy world.
Right.
Okay.
No, in Patrice's world.
But I get a lot of my shit in my world.
But
okay,
you're
what do
a thinker.
I believe?
You're a thinker.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your?
I believe. All right, here we go. But I don't have any fucking endorsements to lose, so
yeah,
I'll just say it. I believe, and this is the thing, you can't prove it. I believe that he had lent himself, that Bin Laden, because if this is the history of it, we were in cahoots. We're in cahoots with everybody. And this is why Muslims hate America. Not because of we living in America and live how we want to live and do radio. Live in America.
Very good.
They can't hate that song. They gotta dance to that fucking song.
You love that song.
Because there's no song that they do that's better than living in America. Really? Being not me is better than living in America?
Rocky's fucking working out to it.
Here we go.
Yeah. This is fucking great. You can't hate. You can't hate on this song.
I don't. Let's not bomb today. Let's listen to
today.
this. Enjoy. Because I enjoy living in America
We
myself.
don't like Americans. We want to kill them. But this song, James Brown.
Living in America. The reason they hate us is because we support the evil regimes that so Egypt and all these like dictators who suppress their people.
Yeah.
We help them.
Right.
We make sure that they stay in power. So that's why they hate us, first of all. I think, and listen, there's a new Bin Laden that they already setting up. This guy that had dinner at the White House. Al-Asari. He's the new
Dinner at the White House?
Yeah, they've been talking about it. He had dinner at the White House like in 2002. Because he was one of the good ones. Now he's the next Bin Laden. This guy from Yemen. I think it's Al-Asari or something. I think Bin Laden was in cahoots with them a long time. I think he was getting sick. I think they needed a war. And I think that they set him up in this compound, okay, and let him live his last days out being the face of evil. I think he died somewhere because who's to prove that he wasn't? They fucking caught him and threw him in the ocean, like I said, like how you would flush cocaine down the toilet and the cops kicking your fucking Karen! How could you flush the
They wouldn't have found him. We needed that terrorist.
Sorry! Do you understand?
The only bad guy we had.
What I'm saying, this is all conjecture, but I'm saying what I believe.
So it was just time to tell the world that he was dead.
It was time, and it was time for Obama because he's not done yet. His mission ain't done, and this helped him a lot. They didn't count on something that I knew about. Why would he from is that white racism is more powerful than he thought it fucking was.
Really?
So now he has to almost become Bush.
Yeah, he is kind of slipping.
Gun-ho, and we killed the motherfucker.
And that white racism you're correct about because his poll numbers only went up a tiny bit after that.
Because I heard
if that happened with George W., his fucking ratings would have went to the
They would
roof.
have made sure that you could do 4 terms.
I think Obama only went up 3, maybe 4 points.
Because white racism is
only at 52%.
It's a lot more. It's deep, man. It's and so I think personally. They needed a face to this, okay? He's not only was public enemy #1. People would argue he was next to Hitler in terms of
He just didn't have the numbers.
his cachet.
Right.
Yep.
Of
what he wanted to do.
Yeah, of his evil.
Evil.
So you go. Look, I think he was a sick old man. I think he died a long time ago, or he died in that place. They staged that shit. Plastered he's dead, so Obama could get elected. They're gonna put another guy in, and here's one of the things. One of the guys, Webster Tarpley, who I like him. He's just one of those machines. Those conspiracy, but he's a historian though. He goes, look, and he said this shit in 2007. He said, I'm nervous about this guy because, see, the thing about Bush, and they call it the neocons. The thing about Bush, he was a cowboy. He was like, we're going to go in there and fucking bomb him, fuck him. But Obama's not that kind of guy. So basically what he's saying is, look, the people he worked for, which is the bankers, okay, they want, Britain and America wants to keep power. They want this white people to be powerful. I tell people this, they're not going to let brown people rule the world. They'll destroy it first. These white bankers, man. So basically, this guy, fucking Brzezinski, who is the face, he's the puppet master. He wants to stop China and Russia. And if he can, he wants to pit them against each other to destroy each other. And what they would do is, now they're talking about going to Pakistan. They start in trouble with Pakistan.
Yeah.
Because how could you harbor this guy? What they're going to do with that is take Pakistan so they can strategically have things. They want to control Pakistan because Pakistan's friendly with China.
Well, wouldn't Pakistan have said something like, hey, by the way, this guy's been dead for fucking years. We know it.
They have.
Wait, and
you remember this lady that got fucking the prime minister of Pakistan? It was a woman.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh," she goes, what was the guy with the fucked up head? Looked like the guy they caught, and he was in a t-shirt, and he was
yeah.
They caught him, and he was a big timer.
Yeah.
She says out loud, this lady, fucking her name, the prime minister. She was murdered in 2007.
Right.
She said Bin Laden's dead. He was killed by something.
We could see that online?
Yeah, absolutely. She said Bin Laden's dead. She was dead. After she said that, they murdered that bitch.
Let me go with what Ann said. Hold on. Let me go with what Ann said, though. I mean, the Republicans and the Democrats fucking at this point hate each other. So why wouldn't there be a Republican saying, look, I know the deal here. Fuck that. Osama's been dead for years.
Why would they tell us the truth?
No, the Republicans to get a little foothold on the power.
Because they're in cahoots.
So
they don't.
Wait,
they're
all right.
Cahoots.
I have an open mind here. So the Republicans and the Democrats, as they show on TV, they fucking basically can't get along and hate each other. They're actually in cahoots behind the scenes.
It's staged. It's the bank runs the fucking show.
It's divide and conquer. So
that's why they need racism. That's why anybody who ever comes close ever to galvanizing the people, they get murdered. Martin Luther King was dangerous because he had white people going, wow, this is wow. And he was doing it out of love. But Rock did it because it was, the next thing they're going to do is, if you notice, they do a lot of shit in Africa. It's the Sudan, but it's under peace. But Sudan gives China, evidently, and I just get my reports. I'm just going. I didn't go over there and test the fucking oil. But supposedly Sudan gives China a lot of oil, maybe a third of its oil. So we got to go in these places to take these places. That's why dictators are so important to us, because we can't fuck with a democracy. So we need Pakistan to have a dictator so we can say, hey, do this, motherfucker.
Well, that's why we pay $3 billion.
That's why we hate as a country. We're supposed to hate Ahmadinejad from Iran and the motherfucker from down South America. Chavez. Because they're dictators who actually look out for their people. They're not corrupt.
Why can't we turn them?
Because they're not corrupt. They say fuck America. And they work with China. Because China has just as much power as we do. We are horrified of fucking China. So what we're trying to do is somehow get a foothold and have a standing army and get control of any place where people can go fuck America and sell their oil to China. We want to control those places so that then China has to then fight with Russia to get their oil from like Siberia, or if the Saudis want to deal with them, they just make it so because China needs oil.
How come all these conspiracies pretty much come back for many years now to oil? Yet we are fucked with oil and paying through the nose, and we never have enough. And it's like, is that part of the ploy?
But here's the thing that gets me. I think it's an easy answer. They don't give a fuck, about any of us. And the reason that don't forget, I buy a lot of sneakers. Here's the pimp game. I think I might have said the pimp game is this. Whatever you into buying, okay? I remember my sneakers were $30. You buy a sneaker for $30, and I remember my mother bought me a pair of sneakers for $30, and she was like, damn. Then what they do is they hit you with the $60 right after the 30. You go, oh Lord, I can't afford sneakers no more. And just when you getting ready, they find out who got money and who don't. They lower it back down to 40. So you go, whoa, I can buy sneakers, but they just bumped it up $10. Gas in 2003 was 99 cents a gallon. It's $4 now. Why didn't they just bump it up to 4? Because we would revolt. But now
like
it's a slow
burn.
fucking.
You just do it slow.
The slow burn.
They just have the appreciation to know people enough that people want it with Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? So they slip it in slow, and you go, okay. and they take
so
it out.
pretty much everything is a lie. Everything's a lie, and so how does this lie perpetuate without somebody really coming out and leaking it?
They do, but we dismiss them. Anybody who says, hey, this is the anti-idea of what happened. Like, people, look, here's the problem. The problem is they're willing, they have a term, it's called, they have two terms for what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
One is blowback. The other term is what we all know, which is collateral damage. Why would you even invent a fucking term called collateral damage, which is innocent people die? Basically, hey, this number of innocent people died so that we can, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's innocent.
How do you?
It's like okay, this many people, like they
It's
calculated.
really the cost of doing business.
Yeah.
We've heard that over the years.
They're expendable.
Wait, I don't want to get past the Osama thing.
Okay.
Al Qaeda comes out and says he's dead. So what's that about then?
Al Qaeda supposedly, and this is what you believe. This is why.
All right, but why wouldn't they have said, "Look, we all know
because
he was dead years ago"?
Al Qaeda, and this is where it starts to sound crazy.
Right.
It's CIA created, CIA run. Bin Laden fought Russia for us.
Yeah, we know
the
that.
whole story about him going "fuck you" and that's what they told us. But that Al Qaeda was created and funded by fucking America.
So what was in it
but
for
it wasn't
Osama?
that outrageous back then
A
because
bunch of fucking money.
Yeah, but then he had to live the rest of his life in kind of shitty terms.
But he was
that compound
dying
sucked.
anyway. That's what they showed
So
us.
why
Did they show him with his legs crossed chilling in that compound? That's what they said. This is what I'm saying. It's just
Oh,
what
you
they
think he was
say.
living much better than that? But
Dude, he was chilling.
But
they
hey,
show you
hold,
the footage.
hold,
that's
hold
kinda
the phone.
shitty.
Hold the phone here.
Okay.
The Russian thing. Obviously, it's like, yeah, the CIA was funding Bin Laden and Al Qaeda. It's the same people. When they were the Mujahideen or whatever, when they were fighting the Russians. But yeah, that isn't. Why do people think that's so outrageous? Sometimes our allies become our enemies and vice versa. Back then, we hated the fucking Russians. We wanted to fuck with them. They wanted to fuck with us. So whenever they got involved in some military action, we supported the opposing team, which at that point was Bin Laden and the rest of the people in freedom fighters in Afghanistan. Then things changed. There is no more Soviet Union. So we became the bad guys. And of course now they're going to come after us. So why is that so unbelievable?
No, I do not believe it. I don't give up well. This is, it's what I go with is like what makes sense. Now some of it you go, like look, I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in this thing where they're trying to get us to believe aliens. Because NASA just released
Area 51?
Yeah, I'm not with it, but I'm going to say if you tell me 2 + 2 is 4, and I know it is, but then you shove marbles in your ass, and I go, Jesus, Anthony shoves marbles in his ass? That doesn't discredit 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay.
So I'll let motherfuckers to fight this battle, and I'm going to tell you, if you know Alex Jones or if you know Alan Watt, if you listen to Farrakhan, if you listen to Webster Tarpley, all four of those dudes have the tenacity of crazy.
Right.
And you need that tenacity.
But it doesn't necessarily mean what they're saying is
I don't
bullshit.
have the tenacity of crazy. Because you need that, because I do comedy and I see the faces of people who just go out and party when they announce Bin Laden's dead. The puppets, the sheep. Those are people, a lot of those people come to comedy shows and it makes it difficult to communicate because you can say something that just will make somebody turn on you.
Right.
But this is the one thing that opened my mind up that I never move off of. The Federal Reserve Bank ain't federal. It fucked me up to know that we pay a private loan by a private bank to our government who doesn't borrow money based on our wishes. We are fucking slaves to the bank. And everything else is believable. Once they tell you that the gold standard, do you know what our standard is now? How we weigh our wealth?
It's a debt standard.
Debt! If you owe me 1,000, I'm worth 1,000.
Yes.
But it's not real.
Let me ask you a question about the Alex Joneses of the world. And
Yes.
I hate using that term, but because there's a bunch of them you name. Aren't they bad for the planet?
Yeah.
So why doesn't the government do a little something with that?
Because they're
putting marbles up their ass.
Yes.
I understand what Patrice says. If they say this shit, but they're so crazy when they're saying it, and so many people are like, oh, listen to this fucking guy. So they can make the lie better by exposing it and being crazy, because then you'd have to be crazy to believe it.
Let me go with that then. So why isn't there a guy that doesn't put the marbles up his ass saying the same shit?
They
And
all,
hold on.
Like
And
that Pakistani woman?
Well, I'm going to ask, and has there been a guy that didn't do it with putting the marbles up his ass, and what happened to that guy?
Ready though? Oh,
I'm talking about talk radio,
I know. Wait, you ready? I'm not a crazy guy. Hi. In about 3 years, aliens will be visiting us, and
You just put marbles up your ass?
no matter, I can go, motherfucker, aliens is coming, you bastards! And you go, yes. Then you go, I talked to God. God said we had a drink together, and that nigga's crazy. No matter what you say, that ain't regular. With the regular shit that the news is telling you and everything,
you're saying
you're crazy.
But you're saying it today. I don't know what I believe. I'm listening to you. It's very interesting. But you're saying it without putting marbles up your ass right now.
No, I'm not. Because someone's getting mad. Because here's the thing. Here's something that I've never said in public. I'm gonna say right now, and it scares me. But at least I'm here and I can get a chance to say it correctly. I'll never say it on Fox and stuff, but they'll just chop your head off and I'm evil. They always throw. What was that? So you don't support the troops, and people get fucked up with that. But I go, the troops are not an entity to be supported. They do what they're told to do. So I'm not supporting anyone that gets killed in the line of duty and go over there and in their mind they're protecting me and your liberty. I'm saying that they don't do anything for you to support them. They just do the bidding of the banks and the government wherever they see fit. So if I say I don't support the troops, it's not saying I don't support those people that are dying. You go, I don't support policy. And for people like on these news to manipulate that, knowing that they're intelligent people and they put that at you and they make you sound fucked up, you know that they are controlled by, because the banks own the networks and they own propaganda and they own it. So of course, if you take out the fact that you are racist, listen to Farrakhan. When Farrakhan talks about the banking system and what they do to the kids, he ain't talking about black. He talking about and he cries. This motherfucker starts crying.
But then
Alex Jones is losing his mind because people won't.
But then Farrakhan puts marbles up his ass by talking about flying pyramids and fucking.
But he has told you 2 + 2 is 4. You can pick up a book and go 2 + 2 is 4.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker got marbles in his ass.
I love the marbles.
But
it's the best analogy ever.
But 2 + 2 is 4.
Right,
so you don't even have to really listen to him no more. All you have to do is get your math book and then go, wow, 3 times 3 is 9.
But it turns out, a lot of people think of it in terms of like a witness in a trial. If you find any part of the testimony to be false, or you don't think there's
belief
any
is
truth behind
circumstantial.
it, then you can throw out all the testimony.
Yeah, it's
like
all conjecture. We are repeating. I'm just basically parroting what I hear, and then with a little bit of research
and a little bit of your own intellect and
what do we
experience.
know?
I believe we shot Osama. I can't prove it. I just believe it.
Okay, let's again cut out the news.
I just believe it. I'm disappointed we didn't get to see the death shot, because it would shut up a lot of conspiracy guys. But the White House comes out and says, well, they'll always not believe.
And here's what this girl, a friend of my woman, she was in the army. Now the army's fucking her bad. won't give her GI Bill and shit. You know. So she goes, well, if we didn't bury him, it would incite what? More anger? Like the fact that Al Qaeda is supposedly threatening us now with violence. They weren't yesterday before this motherfucker got shot.
There'd be more threats of violence. They hate us to the umpteenth level.
They're
on 11.
Osama got killed. They went to level all shit.
Yeah.
They was just gonna basically kill us, but then
But why raise suspicion in so many people?
Because
by
it
not
was
showing
a
the death
fucking
photo.
cover-up. He's
dead. But you could find some kind of lookalike then at that point and show a death photo of some guy.
Because
even if they released the death photo, people would have questions like, oh, that's not him.
The sophistication of technology fucks up this game.
Yeah, but the government has shit. They're telling us Bill Burr. Bill Burr says the government has shit we don't even know about yet.
Dude, I'm not talking about the shit we don't know about.
Because LBJ had an iPad.
But
what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because Bill Burr made a great point. He went to the Reagan Museum, wasn't it, or the library out there in California, and they have a part of his plane, Air Force One, where it had a phone on it. Way before this technology was available for anybody else.
That's not my point, that they have all this technology.
They might have other technology.
My point is this. The fact that we have fucks the internet.
That fucks their
They
planet.
are trying to destroy the internet. It fucks them up. Photoshop fucks them up. They can't treat you like complete dummies. They did release a death photo, and motherfuckers went, this shit Photoshop.
You think that was supposed
And they did yes.
God damn it, I never heard that one
These
before.
are 80-year-old white guys who are fucking still.
So wait.
Why do we still have the Nielsen? Why do we still wait? Why the fuck, with all this technology, we still depend on a rating system that one family is in control of 100,000? It's bullshit.
Hold on, I gotta slow you down because your point is so brilliant that I want to just explore that a little bit. So you think the government kind of all right, let's just get this out there and see if they
let's see
fight.
Let's see how they fight. Oh shit! Someone found two pictures that we put together.
They looked at that shit, and Obama's birth certificate. Motherfuckers, technology looked at that and went, what the fuck is this shit?
See, that's just funny.
So if you...
I gotta take the other part of that, too.
Go ahead.
If the government's so powerful, they would just find some fucking Muslim that kind of looks like him and then kill that fucking guy and then put that picture out there.
Really? And then...
Why not?
His
Why
technology.
Not? What happens then?
I'm looking at Belly Bertinelli. That's not really valid. Dude, technology fucks with the
So you think they threw that picture out hoping?
That was the picture. That was the death photo.
That was the picture.
And they thought they would just let us flood. And this is the thing that kills me about Fox and all that. They're not arguing flushing down the fucking ocean. They're arguing, why didn't we get to see the death photos? It's like, wait a minute, you're not questioning the fact that you had a Muslim burial for public enemy number 2 all time? This is public. If we... Okay, do you think we would have just... We still want to find him. We're still trying to find his bones.
Looking in South America.
In some shit. Him and Ava Braun, who supposedly killed him. And speculation. Do you think that they would just flush the of our time, the worst motherfucker that ever was born?
Yeah.
They would just throw him in the ocean, and under the guise of having a respectful Muslim burial. Do you fucking believe that? You believe that? This is what I'm saying. The frustration is, I can't move on. Fucking believe that?
Right.
As a person. Just as a person who doesn't have a television, if I told you that. And me and you was talking no TV, and I go, yeah, man, Bin Laden, who's Bin Laden? Yeah, this is a guy responsible. He killed 3,000 people, and he wants to kill millions, and he runs the most sinister terrorist group ever created. This guy may be on par. His intentions may be on par with Hitler.
Wow, this guy's fucking evil.
Found him, caught him, and killed him. Whoa!
Great.
What do you do with the body? Throw it in the water.
This is your new set, by the way.
I love the fact that
A Thinking Man's Comedy. That's your new gig.
He's
yeah, but Danny says
kind of turning me.
No, but Danny says that Death Vote's been around for a while. So what's your take on that, Patrice?
Rehashed after.
Well, that's what Danny says. That's what this is what I'm saying. This is a guy. That's what I'm talking about. I discredit what Danny says.
And he
he discredit me. Who gives a fuck what Danny says? And not because it's Danny, but because anything.
Anybody says anything, you could just say no.
No.
And people,
and that's the simplicity.
And people say, why aren't we beating up Patrice like we do Troy? Well, because Troy Kwan comes in here with questions, but doesn't give us any.
No, he gives us nothing.
Like at least Patrice is giving us some stuff to think about.
Patrice has.
That's the difference, by the way. I can't go to that guy on the phone.
15 levels of involvement with every subject he brings up. You could peel away the layers. He explains what he's talking about. But when you get somebody that comes in and just goes, yeah, the Pentagon was hit with a missile. How? Explain that when there were plane parts. No, there weren't. No, I was hit by a missile. You believe in everything the government says? It's like, but when Patrice explains things like, look, why the fuck would they take the biggest fucking criminal of our time and just throw his body away without anyone seeing
cocaine.
it? No one saw it.
Like evidence that you
and they
get
threw
rid
it
of.
away without at least. Now think about this also.
It does bother me.
They took Jeffrey Dahmer after he was killed and examined his brain to see abnormalities and maybe things that could be worked on in the future. Wouldn't you want to check out bin Laden's brain and see if there were abnormalities? Why didn't they do an autopsy? Hey, did he have those kidney problems? Let's cut him open and maybe see if this guy had some kind of physical, mental problem.
Have you heard this on Fox? What are you saying?
No, I
Have you
haven't
heard it on CNN?
No. They just wrapped him up and flushed him down the ocean like what you said. Flushed him down. I love flushed him down the ocean.
Here come the cops. Here come nosy people with their bullshit.
Quick, get him in the drink. Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
You're getting me thinking.
That's all it is. And then you just go and you just look at. Basically,
I think the government gave you diabetes. They don't like this power you got.
Nigga, if they want to get rid of me, I'd rather have AIDS and drop dead than to have this shit. Because diabetes is it has to be government. AIDS ain't
government. Diabetes.
Because diabetes is hilarious. Because if you say I'm dying of sugar, it just makes you smile.
Like, aw, what a sweet
I'm dying of a fuck virus. Makes you scared to death. I'm dying of something that invades your body and destroys everything, makes you go, oh, and I catch it by fucking. But to go, hey man, if you eat a lollipop, things go bad. Bubble gum, really? So it's maybe so.
Sound that bad?
We really got a break.
Yeah, we gotta take a break.
We got Laszlo outside the studio.
Yes, Laszlo.
We also had the Larry King thing. Should we play it here or just save that?
Might as well save it.
Just save it for another time.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Patrice, you plugging anything?
I'm in Florida at oh shit, I'm sorry, man.
If you make it.
Fuck.
Fucking government.
Big Mama Prods on Twitter. You'll be tweeting.
Wait, but
sure.
Marcos Island.
Marcos Island.
Right, okay.
That gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do that.
Oh, that place. Sure.
Sounds like a blast.
I have never been in there. I'll get the name.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it out there. Believe me, you want to see Patrice.
It's been a while. Patrice O'Neill in studio. Laszlo next. Stay there.
Chicken thing. It's one of those things where people think it's religion that's happening now, but the fact of the matter is, this shit was happening back then, and they saw it as religion.
I think, the planet's a living organism.
The planet, this whole thing is alive.
Think an asteroid, think that one of those big ones is going to hit us soon in our lifetime?
It could something could screw up. What if the sun just goes out?
That's what.
Why do we think that fucker's got to stay lit the whole time?
Oh, there's plenty of hydrogen fuel to burn for many years, and slowly it'll grow. And
It's like, how the hell do you know?
What if one day, poof?
Right.
It just goes out tomorrow.
Why not?
Well, that's our calculations.
Yeah.
There you go, trying to be God. You just
If you think we know that there's a lifespan of at least our sun is middle-aged right now, and it'll last for another 10 gazillion years, and then slowly grow, and then If you think your life means anything in the end, go to the Grand Canyon for a reality
That's a good
check.
one, too,
For
yeah.
a fucking reality check. Me and my brother, we hiked all the way down to the bottom and back, down to the river and back. And you go down, and you'll hear some of these experts on their mules with the people that are on the mules with them, and they'll start explaining shit. And they'll say, you see that part of the wall? Now you gotta remember this thing drops down miles, right? But they'll point out a piece that's maybe I don't know, maybe 20 feet thick, and they'll basically say, yeah, that took about 100,000 years to erode. And then you look from that point all the way down like miles, going, you ain't shit. We ain't shit in the end.
You know, it takes about a year for them to start making documentaries about all the thing that's like, New Orleans documentaries are coming out already, but the real good tsunami ones, and the explanation of just what happened, like the pressure, and then it just the earth just moves, and everybody dies. Right. They said that it stopped. The Earth stopped spinning for a second. It was so powerful. That
kind of
tsunami
wobbled
earthquake.
a little bit. Yeah.
That creeps me. It's like you just go, how can?
Yeah.
You just go, damn. You know, you just sit there and you just, how do you keep going when you know the Earth could just take it? You know, knock you out of here.
I was in a rainforest in Seattle, Washington. Well, it's actually not Seattle, but in the woods there. The whole rainforest. And we were hiking around, right? And you see trees that are as big as this room in thickness, all right? So what is that, at least 20 feet across? You see trees, you can't even comprehend how long it took to get this big, right?
With a little sapling.
Right, it started with like just
point.
a little seed somewhere, right? And these things are massive. They're saying some of these trees, I don't remember exactly, like 400 or 500 years old, right? And then you see these same trees in other parts of the forest that fell down. Okay?
Right.
And this is where you realize you're nothing in the grand scheme of things. You see trees now that are growing out of these rotted trees that have been growing out of the rotted trees for easily 100 years.
Yeah.
It's why I mean, and you know, I'm just like learning that all them fires we worry about. That's like that's nature does that.
Yeah.
We need fires right now. We just need to burn up some shit.
Gotta burn some of this away.
This has to go.
Yeah.
We have
The
to
first
burn
time
it.
someone told me
lightning hits, it starts a fire.
Gotta burn.
The first time someone told me that Earth was a living organism, I laughed, like, shut up. But you really start to pay more and more attention. And it's the truth. And
this
in the
would be
Matrix,
if we were smoking pot, we'd be freaking out stories.
What in the Matrix they said
we're all paranoid.
In the Matrix they said what? We're the cancer of Earth or whatever.
Yeah.
We're just little cancer cells.
Yeah, we're like a virus
trying to destroy us. Earth.
We're just a virus crawling around on this thing. You know? We're just like this living bug that's fucking everything up. But you know something? In the scheme of things, we're not doing shit. Like people, we got to save the planet, and you humans, we're polluting the planet. If we were gone for any real length of time, the Earth would just cover up any existence, any evidence that we were ever here.
That's what I think about. Are we going to be dinosaurs? Are people going to just find us, dig us up, and then go, you know, what? This was
what was this?
Negatoris Ceronius here. Well, this was
or worse, if there's just never anyone to ever dig us up. Dude, it just goes on
some kind of big
just some vines covering shit.
Some armless brain creature that comes around. Somebody with white eyes that sees in the dark.
You see on the Discovery Channel recently that whole city that was in the Congo that they're discovering? Did you see that one
No.
yet? I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone can help me out, but they basically have seen this thing that is hundreds of miles of a city that has been completely grown over now.
Oh, this stuff we haven't seen or found or anything.
They said deep in the Congo was a civilization that one day just stopped existing.
Reese O'Neal in studio. Big Mama Prods on Twitter.
Yeah.
Talking a little bit about the NBA Finals. I know it's quickly becoming the past, but this LeBron James thing has a lot of people talking.
Well, I mean, I don't think he point shaved. I just think
point shaves.
Like I said, I think you know, I use a Justice League analogy, which is if you're in the Super Friends and a meteor is getting ready to hit the Earth, who everybody in the Justice League turns and looks at who? Fucking Superman. But then Superman goes, what do I do? Well, hey guys, I don't know what to... Superman,
you're like,
you're the one who can fly. You're the one who can breathe in space. You're the one who can fly and destroy that thing. What the fuck are you talking about? You know, I just want to be a good teammate and help do my part. No, there's no part to do. I'm Aquaman. I only swim.
I'm in the water here. By the time it gets to me, it's too late.
I might be able to get 20,000 dolphins to jump as high as they can and try to hit the fucking thing.
The fucking thing.
But shit. Why are you putting this pressure on me? I'm only Superman.
Well, who put the pressure on him?
We did.
Not him?
No, look, man. People say that because he just accepts King James. I think he loves being him, but he doesn't want to be him. He wants to stand on the outside of himself and just watch himself without dealing with the pressure of being him. He's the greatest player that ever lived. There's no other player better than him physically. 6'8", /9, can handle, can jump, can body as big as a horse and strong as a horse. But he just doesn't want. He's not mean. He's not mean enough. Jordan used to do things to really demoralize people. Laugh at him. Close his eyes when he shoots free throws. Fake you out with one hand like a fake pass. Larry Bird used to do that kind of shit. Magic, Isaiah, they all were mean. They were mean. He's a nice guy, and he wanted his rings, but he doesn't understand, you know, one ring in Cleveland would have been 20 somewhere else.
Oh, my God, yeah.
You see the heroic, godlike treatment that Dirk is getting. And not because he's a white guy. I mean, I rooted for him because he was a soldier. Stayed in Dallas, shitty Dallas, 7-foot bum who only shoots shoots outside jump shots, 3-pointers,
right.
Who still does that. Yeah. Except he's been able to do it consistently. This motherfucker's not a force of nature. He's still the same Dirk he always was.
And calls him a caveman.
He looks like a caveman.
Yeah, just a normal, you know, that fucking I'm super humble guy who is starting to make me sick. This, you know, Derrick Rose is that. I don't even think my mother. It's like, suck a dick, you know. I love my mom too, nigga. I love my mom too. Everybody loves their mom. This humble thing. So what'd you think about winning the game? I'm just happy that, you know, I love my teammates and I love my mom. Like, Dirk is, you know, he was in I don't want to enjoy it mode. Yeah. So much that when he won, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, he had to walk away. For a little while, shake it off.
And when they was teasing him about him coughing and shit, and he's like, they're just childish. It's like, what happened? This is my question for life. Now, can we say, are we retiring the phrase sticks and stones? Break my bones and names will never hurt. Is that now officially?
It seems like we are.
I think you're right.
Is it legal for me to say I endorse hate speech? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I want hate speech.
Yes.
Like, why can't I hate you in speech?
Exactly.
Why?
I don't understand.
I don't either.
How avarice can look at? You know how much money it take me to go, fuck you, motherfucker, to everybody? 5 million?
Yeah.
5 million is enough to tell. Suck my.
Obviously, you're getting into the Tracy Morgan thing.
I'm getting into everything. It's all connecting. That's what I was trying to say.
It's all around us.
Connected.
But the Tracy Morgan thing is the big one today.
Well, see, nothing with Tracy. Look, you know I don't fall for no banana and no tailpipe. Anybody that says it, I believe the opposite. I try to make the opposite opinion right away.
Yep.
Tracy's been that a long time. Tracy's been frivolous with his performances a long time. He say some ill shit. Not just fucking gay and shit, but here's what he's doing now. As simple as this, man. Mm-hmm. The game we're in is like jail. You gotta be, there's no rogue, lonely gunslinger guy in Hollywood. There's no, I do it myself. bucks and, you know, I'm just gonna chill out. You gotta join something.
Yeah.
And if you don't join something, the guy's gonna find out. So who you affiliate with? Well, I'm just chilling up and just hanging.
I'm my own person.
I'm gonna rape you. Because you have no affiliations, my friend.
Right.
You're not down with a cartel. So what Tracy? I mean, this is conjecture, but Tracy's just paying what he owes. It's like The Godfather. The guy goes, Godfather, and he goes, well, you never even fucking say hi to me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's my deal. I'll do what you want, and when I need you, I'm just gonna come get what I need. And he goes, you hear this? Knock on the door. And it's like, you gotta pay me back.
Yeah.
Tracy owes a lot of people his career. Because why do you think he can say, now trust me, people that know Tracy, he says some ill shit that he could get in trouble like he is for every day. This time around, he said something, and they said, oh, here's a good time. Tracy? Yeah, what? What's up? Yeah, you know, you're in deep shit. We gonna make you apologize, but you owe. And the fear that when you owe is that they're gonna take everything from you.
Mm-hmm.
So if they didn't make you, they can't really break you. And you see, I say they. It's the cartels, man. You do not look at gay people have a powerful cartel. I affiliate myself with Jews, low-level to mid-level Jews, because they deal in money. You pay them dough. Here's your 10. Can I have a little? Can I do my thing over here? Pay you this. I'm not big enough to get in big trouble, you know. So is it possible that I can just do this? Here's your dough. And the thing I like about Jews, dealing with them as a cartel, is they don't want you to be Jewish. You don't have to join. You don't have to give anything but what you owe. You don't have to fucking, you don't have to fucking go to the parties.
You don't have to put on the yarmulke.
You don't have to do it.
No.
So it's a very fair thing. A lot of these cartels, man, you gotta be that.
Gotta be in with them. And,
you got to be that. And
believe everything they believe in.
You got, yes.
Don't speak ill of them.
Yep.
Yep.
And the thing is, you know, Tracy has to pay what he owes. And I knew that when Tina Fey turned on him. Tina Fey has been his great benefactor. So this one thing has turned the tides of Tracy's career, meaning it's made him public enemy number one. When I heard this story past one day, I said, Tracy's the new spokesman for gay shit now.
That's exactly
we said Patrice that they grabbed you as a hostage.
Yeah, he has to be a hostage.
But he's a hostage to Glad right now, and Glad will let Tracy know when they're done with him.
They're not ever going to be done with him, because it's power. It's corruptible. Like when a bully takes your money, he don't go, thank you, I just needed it today.
He keeps going.
Tracy
Right.
had, I don't know how much money he got in the bank, but I would think it's enough to say, no, leave me alone.
Fuck you.
But he sets himself up where Tracy doesn't have, like, if I'm saying this, I'll hear from Tracy, meaning, yo, don't talk shit about, shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm on your side. I know what you're going through. But I made a decision. That's why people go, well, why Patrice isn't? I don't want to owe that much. I don't. Because there's people that count on me to have like a revolutionary attitude sometimes, just where I argue.
Yeah.
So I let a lot of people down if I put myself in a position to have to flop around on my belly.
Have to be a spokesperson like that, or right.
That's why I talk so much, because I want people to understand what I'm saying. Now, if I talk about gays and talk about anything I have a problem with, I'm going to make sure if they're going to end my career, you know that it's a muscle move, that it's unfair, that it's not just, because Tracy just goes faggots, 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 and more faggots, and if my son was a faggot, and then you go, Tracy, what the fuck? He didn't say nothing to apologize for. What are you apologizing for?
Yeah, you were doing your act.
But he's
on
been
a comedy stage.
But the people who make you owe, they go, this guy is setting himself up to owe us big, because we're allowing him to feel himself. I'm gonna pull my stomach out. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be drunk. I'm gonna fucking get DUIs. I'm gonna fall downstairs. I'm gonna get a kidney from a bitch and leave her. I'm gonna do all kind of shit.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna do all kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I'm invincible. Then I do something that I do all the time. Faggots. And now, his benefactor, Tracy. We're disgusted with him. And now they pick him up by the fucking hem of his neck and the back of his drawers and toss him out into every gay thing. Tracy's from the hood.
Yeah. That's why we deal with all
Tracy's from the hood. You understand?
Yeah.
You're gonna get. You're now the new.
You know,
from
they say
a
knowledge
guy who
is
just
its own
goes
reward.
faggots to the understanding, delicious.
I shall explain to
spokesman
you
for
the
gayness.
mysteries of the outer
You gotta
realms.
watch these motherfuckers. Watch TV and see the trends. There's a commercial I hate so much.
I am a student of commercials, by the way.
I hate this commercial so much. I don't know how to approach
Spells
how much
and
I hate it.
incantations for those with.
Because gay also means happy.
Sure does.
Now, we can play that game, but gay does mean happy. Homosexuals have commandeered the word gay into where it's not happy anymore. Because there's a commercial, because the boss of the Phoenix Suns came out the closet. The boss of the Phoenix Suns is gay.
Tempting
and
services.
They do a commercial where they're playing basketball and the guy's like, hey man, you suck.
Yeah.
Hey man, you ain't nothing. Hey man, you ain't got no jump shot. Then one guy goes, yeah, your moves are gay. Whoa!
Yeah.
And then he has some of the Phoenix Suns on the spokes like, hey man, that's not cool to say that. Gay is what?
They don't believe that.
We motherfucker. So now, no, fucking moms. Like, look, here's what we all let happen. We all let context be destroyed.
Yeah.
Context is gone.
And that was
I can't slip up. I can't say nothing. You can't understand what. You don't feel me. You don't feel what I'm saying. Look, what he did. I can't go. Oh, I can defend that. But I will say this. Here's what happens with Tracy, and here's what can happen. You know, I believe in conspiracies, man.
Keep your
It
hands
just
to yourself.
Sets people up who want to control everyone, right? Where
You know,
you
they
go, okay,
take a look.
Tracy, you go, a guy like Tracy, he isn't qualified to have an opinion. This having an opinion, it should be in the hands of people who are qualified intellectually. So guys like him, if he don't have a degree, if you don't, they'll start making language elite where you can't have an opinion. But I say Tracy can be as ignorant, as fucked up as he wants to be, because I want to be able to communicate.
Maribel
And
does a
if I'm
fine
fucked
job
up,
as Master
let me
Wizard,
be
I
fucked up.
suppose.
But I
Still, there's always
support
room for improvement.
anything, as long as you're not hitting me and robbing me.
Right.
Hate speech. Why can't I hate you? Why the fuck? But see, the dilemma in my head is this. You, back in the 1910s, 8-year-old kids worked in the coal mine or whatever.
Yeah.
And people back then thought that it built character.
Yeah.
But then we go up to our age where our parents hit
Wait,
us.
I know you.
And now we go, oh, that built character when you hit it. So I'm saying, the point I'm making is, maybe I'm antiquated. Maybe I'm thinking old, because I don't think kids should work in coal mines.
Yeah.
But I do think kids should get hit. But now you can't even tease kids in school. It's bullying and
bullying. Very important.
So maybe it's right. Maybe the way the world's going is right. Maybe no bullying, because my stepkid was getting bullied in school. My instinct was, tell him ball the fucking fist up and knock this other bitch in her fucking teeth. That's what we heard.
I've been looking for you.
Her mother
Got something I'm
goes
supposed to
school,
deliver.
tells the
Your
principal,
hands only.
No
Let's
more
see
bullying.
here. There's a new museum opening up in
more
Dawnstar.
bullying.
The owner is
Yes,
asking me to hand out
bullying is gone
invitations
now,
to travelers.
But is it right?
Looks
Is
like that's
wrong?
it.
I don't know what's
Got to
going
go.
on. So maybe being against it is the wrong thing. Maybe being anti the world becoming. I'm in BJ's. I saw a box of a toy kitchen. A boy was on the front.
You see those warriors? Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
I wanted to scream at somebody. There's a little sissy on the box, on the toe, on the fucking Easy Bake Oven box.
Yeah,
It's a
what the-
boy.
You know what? I think we're becoming our parents.
What the fuck?
You
You're
can't,
right.
You can't wrap your head around
Come
something
on.
like that.
He's
you can't wrap your
fucking right.
You can't wrap your head around.
So
that.
you can't even be angry. You can't quit. Look,
someone has decided that's okay now in this society
That's-
to put the boy on that box.
them. Like we answering to a them.
Yeah,
That's not even. We don't even know.
And we're not part of them. And that's that's our
them,
problem.
We are part of the them. The them is the collective.
Sure.
Who's Tracy? Who's LeBron apologizing to? Hey, when they wake up, man, they're gonna be them. They're gonna just
who's
be
them?
Bubba. When they wake up in the morning, you know. So LeBron, when you said that, were you saying that you're better than people?
Until next time.
He should look up in the sky for a second and go, yeah. 'Cause let's be honest, I am.
Yes,
I'm better than them. I'm 25. I'm worth zillions of dollars for doing something that people are right now in the snow right now. They moved out. They shovel pavement, and they built a hole in the wall, and they're practicing shooting just to be what I actually am. So how about this? If I'm not liked, how about everybody suck my dick? I got a good account. You can't get my dough. I got some gold buried somewhere. Y'all can suck my dick. You can talk about my mama too. I don't give a fuck. I'm 6'8". My dick is as long as a goddamn rowboat. I probably get my dick sucked in front of my wife. There's nothing she can do. She's a fucking loser.
But he backed off from his statement.
Yeah,
he should have went
Of
on.
course he did.
No, I know. I understand.
Of course he backed up from his statement.
I like this a lot. I like it a lot because it's easy just to say that Tracy should be able to say whatever he wants on the comedy stage.
Everything's for trinkets, odds and ends.
Big picture here today.
Dude, it's
we all think that, obviously.
This business is the beast.
Do come.
And it
I'd
eats
even buy one.
everybody and
Take a
shits
look.
them out. But here's what's funny about the beast. It's a never-ending line of people who want to get in the mouth and get chewed up and shit out.
Why is that?
It's because when you get in the belly, you get $2 million a week. And when you get shit out, you're a pile back there. And you have the option to go get back in line and wait to go get back in the beast and get eaten and shit out.
Fucker.
And we line up.
Hilarious. You are fucking hilarious and profound.
I want to find where it's just a couple of dollars.
Remember, I'll give you the best.
I just want a couple of mil. And
you know what part of the beast do you want to be in? Kind of in the esophagus?
I'm not even.
You don't want to be in the belly, right?
Let me tell you something. I didn't even get to the beast yet because
With it-
20 years.
If I had a septum for every case of
when
rock
the
joint
bees
or...
pick you up to put you in
so
your
you're
mouth.
an alchemist then.
You shining. People see you. Sometimes, see what 15 minutes of fame is? The beast goes, ooh, throws somebody down and gets that was reality people.
Yeah.
But this
but
one
people saw him in front of the mouth.
This one was an athlete that had one good year, and they threw him a. Now you see, ooh, that looks like a delicious young thing. There, eat, chew. That's why I love Charlie Sheen so much. He was in the belly. When you're making $2 million a week, doing anything, you're in the absolute belly. And for that fucker to betray his position in the belly, to actually give the beast indigestion was spectacular. He was a martyr. But and Mel Gibson too. Mel Gibson. He could have been the beast. He was so big.
Yeah.
And they turned on him. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that gets that deep and turns on the beast, man, you gotta root for him, no matter what, because they're martyrs. Because no one's gonna stand up for him. And then Hollywood, they tell you who to hate. Like when they rose up against him, not be on Hangover 2, when Mike, the movie was about trannies fucking people in the ass, drugs, death, and Mike Tyson who got a rape conviction. And you motherfuckers decide to gang up on Mel Gibson.
Say you can't be in this.
He can't play a tattoo artist in The Hangover 2?
That's pretty amazing.
Come on, man. It's not hypocrisy, because that means that's a human thing. It's something else.
It's a cartel.
It's somebody owing somebody the favor. I was close. I was hooked in with the Spike Lee cartel. He had his
Come
own
back anytime.
baby cartel that he's connected, but he's big enough for you to be connected to him, but he's connected to somebody else.
And he asked me for a favor, and I said I can't.
Gone.
Off with the head, dude.
What's the favor? You don't talk about it.
No, he was, and look, he put the most money in my pocket I've ever seen in my life up to that point. He put me in a couple of movies, voiceovers. He had access to a lot of things and threw me in. That movie I did, the 25th Hour.
Yeah.
I really didn't audition for that. He said, "Hey man, you're a Celtics fan, ain't you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from Boston." He goes, "All right, you got it. Yeah." Like he saw my comedy, liked me, sat me down.
Yeah.
He said, "You're in. You're in." Put me in this movie. Was really nice to me. Put me in voiceover commercials and all type of shit. I'm seeing money I've never seen before.
Be careful.
And he asked me, so it was some gig with like Showtime. Something happened with Showtime. He did me real dirty, but he was doing this movie with Showtime. And I said, man, I can do the part. I don't want to come read. But I did it through my agent. I did the right thing. He just bypassed my agents. Everybody else called me and said, come do this. And I go, what am I going to do? Just say fuck my agents and fuck people I have a business with? If I do that destroys my entire system. I feel like I should have a system like you have a system. I can't. He said, alright, that was it. Damn, that was it. And that's how it is. Now, I only lost what I lost. I didn't lose fame, glory, and everything. I only lost some money. You know, they got motherfuckers. You lose everything. You see, it's everything that you want. You want shine. You want to. I sat twice up on the front row at MSG. My girl, twice. I think it's twice or once. It's so intoxicating when you're in the front row.
You're looking around at who
where
else
you have
is there,
to
right?
move your feet because you might trip the play. When they threaten to take that away, you get scared. Tracy got front row seats at MSG, man.
My poor Frally, I think Thorin's still alive, but I know.
Right in.
God
And
be
somehow,
praised.
You know, if you fall from where he is, you fall way down. Do we talk about Dane Cook anymore? Dane could still sell out any theater, any 5,000 seat theater. But the fact that it ain't Dane Cook's day no more, it seems like he's done, doesn't it? It seems like he's done. He's not done.
No.
But it's just not his day. Because he had a favor he didn't pay back.
You think that's it, or just people?
Will Smith has been famous for 15 years. 15 years.
Fresh Prince is pushing 20 years ago.
He does what he's supposed to do. And I'm not saying whatever. I'm just saying you just don't do 7 pounds.
I'll
stay on top.
Let me play the other side of that, because I'm sure a couple people would say this.
Shit.
A few people would say it's because he's that talented.
Nobody's that fucking talented. Let me tell you something.
That's what I thought you were saying. And honestly,
Let me tell you something.
I agree with you. No one person is that
talented. Motherfuckers that know me, and I'm not being a fucking asshole when I'm saying this. There's no way I shouldn't be bigger than I am. There's just no way that
we all say it.
Joe Coy is selling out shit and I'm not.
Right.
And I like Joe. But Joe ain't me. Joe ain't Nick DiPaolo. Joe ain't everybody that did Tough Crowd.
Right.
Gangsters. We should be out in the public eye, but you know why? Nick says Goo Gobbler, man.
Yeah.
Nick will say Goo Gobbler in a minute. Even when Nick's trying to be good, he can't
help himself.
Because he's gangster, man.
Yeah.
I tried. I swear to God I tried. But you just go, what? Like, the first thing I think is, please, God, let Tina Fey and Wanda Sykes chastise me over some shit I said. And I gotta apologize to who, motherfucker? I'll die first, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I motherfuckers think I be bullshitting, man. I try. But I'm like, I don't want to put myself in a spot to where I'm balanced. Like, I'm telling you, I sit in my house every day and I appreciate my ceiling fan, man.
Because one day somebody gonna try to take it. And I gotta look at it and know that someday somebody gonna try to take my ceiling fan. And all I gotta do is, as hopefully I have a good woman, and she is, but I'm saying hopefully we have a good woman that when the shit hits the fan, she gonna be there. Or you're gonna have people that's gonna be there that if somebody one day says, we're gonna take this big mouth Anthony, we're fed up with him. Yeah. We're fed up with you. We're gonna take your shit. And you're sitting there going, wait, I own my house. No, you don't. We own it. We own everything. And that you have a place to go that, where you can park your Shelby.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, look, I've tasted little parts of what success is. I've tasted it. It's good. It's deliciously. You get drunk off of it. But Tracy, I don't know how much money he got, but he should be happy with the money he's got. He should.
What I'm getting from you though is it's not a fear. That's too easy to say of success. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you can fall hard and hurt yourself, and
you owe. And The Godfather, luckily, what he owed was fix my son up. He got shot. And you go, ooh. But when you hear a knock on your door and he goes, I need you to do me a favor. You're gonna be at the dinner with the president, aren't you? Yeah. Or you're gonna be at a dinner with somebody I want dead.
Right.
I want you to put this pill in his drink. Oof. I don't. Well, what you owe is we're gonna kill your whole family. I told you. I want my favor. So you do that, and then you'll get caught and maybe go to jail. But your wife and kids, we won't blow the whole house up. But you owe us, and that's why you're in my debt. When you get to a certain, I deal with low to middle level Jews in my career. Okay, we talk shit, but if I get upgraded to the next level, okay, say I get a show on TV, say it's not too popular, but they keep it on for me until it gets popular.
A favor?
I fucking owe something. All right, Patrice, we need you to do a big favor. And I'm intoxicated. I'm in the front row. Everybody's like, Patrice, what's happening, baby? All the girls and shit. Oh, I love fat men. Yeah, I know you do, bitch. Hey, listen, I got dough for everybody. I'm making it rain. I got a $50 brick. I'm throwing money in the air. I'm getting my dick sucked. I'm driving in a $4 million 6-door car. I'm driving a 6-door Porsche. Faggots. Excuse me, I didn't mean it like get fucked in the ass, people, but pussy motherfuckers. I'm the shit. And then Patrice O'Neal, the shit, can't get a fucking job. Let me tell you something. When it rains, it pours. Punk comedians are tweeting vicious shit against Tracy. Punk motherfuckers that would never raise their fucking mouth against Tracy. Scared of him physically, scared of who he hangs with, scared of his fucking position. Never say no shit to Tracy. They're tweeting shitty Tracy comments. Cause the word is out. That's how far it'll take you down. Where middle act comics have the balls to speak up against Tracy.
And that's because the word is out.
The word's out. Because I know these motherfuckers are pussies, man. Nobody got balls to stand up to Mel Gibson, Braveheart, fucking Passion of the Christ, all the fucking Lethal Weapon movies, all the fucking Mad Max movies. You think fucking Zach Galifianakis on his own said fuck Mel Gibson? He got permission. That's this business. That's this business. Motherfuckers think you think I'm fucking playing?
And those middle comics, they just waited until the coast was
fuck is gonna stand up?
Clear.
Exactly. Who's gonna stand up against Tracy? Those are people that hated Tracy and they think now he's done. And now I'm gonna talk shit on Twitter about Tracy Morgan.
Can I say that I have to say I'm proud to say that we jumped right on the Tracy should be able to do what he did bandwagon. And I want to say that today. Yeah, it sounds like we're self-serving, but it's like that is the thing to do.
Why
you don't wait for other people and then finally either decide to or not to. What are you feeling in your heart and go with it immediately?
But it's not that easy.
I know it's not.
That's a human level.
That's why me and Ant and Jimmy, we yell and scream on a daily basis here, because it's really fucking frustrating to be in this position. It's like, why isn't it every comic coming out and going, yeah, he should be able to do this on a comedy stage?
And they got people who supported him,
Yeah.
then flipped it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tracy should be able to say, oh, no, wait, I read it and no.
You know who?
Yeah.
I know. I want to say the name.
I do
you know
too.
What? Chris Rock.
It was Chris Rock. I was shocked by that.
He said, boom, boom. He immediately went to defending him. Then he went immediately to saying, fuck you.
He turned it around.
But this
in a
thing,
day.
it has nothing to do with, the context. Fuck the context, because anything I say, you say,
take a
they
look.
can flip it around and use it against you.
Well, they have, so
But
we know that
I should be able to say anything I fucking want. Look, I should be able to say something about gays. Look, I said something on a podcast I did a long time ago, or my whatever they called it, that little show I would do. And I was playing the president, the president, and I go, why is being gay of preference and tying a bitch up and peeing on her a fetish?
Yeah.
Why is who I decide to fuck some type of profound fight? I just want to have that discussion. Because I'm here to say, look, it's not about love. Because I can go, man, I love you, man. I love you too, man. Brotherly.
Right.
I love you. I love a man. But it ain't gay until I'm fucking you. I love my dog. I love my dog. But it's not bestiality unless I'm fucking my dog.
So you start fucking.
So if I fucking have a crush on you and I never tell you, I'm not gay.
Right.
I'm just... And in fact, we invented a thing called man crush that says a heterosexual man who looks at another man with some type of reverence, but he's not fucking him.
Yeah.
Why can't you talk about this situation? What do you want? You know what? Define to me what it is. What are you asking for? To get married? No. No. What's coming out the closet? Coming out the closet so I can let everybody know and see. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. But I'm saying, look, let's say I like tying bitches up and peeing on them.
Right.
I want to be able to show everybody by some type of flag, some type of gesture that I'm tired of hiding that I like peeing on bitches. I'm tired. I want everybody to know, because I don't want to live this way no more. I want you to know that I like to do that.
And there are other people that like to do it too.
Other people like to do it.
And I want to get together with those people and share our experiences.
And I want to fight
All right,
for our
then.
right to pee on each other. And I want to fight to get married to a person under the guise that I like peeing on somebody. Now, if I'm saying some fucked up shit, please talk to me. Make me see different, because I don't give a fuck. Be gay, but it's forcing me to, I can't say nothing. I can't say shit.
You can't. And no one will have that conversation with you. You will be fucking chastised.
Ostracized. I'm
ostracized.
homophobic.
Right.
I'm not homophobic.
Right.
I'm not. Look it. Here's my stance on abortion. Kill your baby if you want.
Right.
But don't say it's your body, bitch. It ain't your body. You're not special. It's because God, science, whatever you believe in, just because you're the apartment building for the baby doesn't make you special. You're not special. The entire baby process is special. But you were chosen because whether by eeny, meeny, miny, moe, rock, paper, scissors, or flip of the coin, that's where the baby be. It's you. But am I gonna fucking burn abortion clinic down? No.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I have an opinion about it. I have a fucking opinion about it. And I'm not saying kill gays and gays can't, but I'm saying, what are you making me think? You're comparing black to gay? I can't not be black. What if I don't want to? I'm black.
But people do say that there's no choice in being gay, that they...
It doesn't matter.
They can't stop being gay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's still something that you're telling me that you want me to accept your sexual orientation. That means everybody's sexual orientation should be accepted.
everybody who's in the bondage should be able to walk around tied up. Like, like if a guy likes to tie up his wife, they should be able to walk around with handcuffs and a big harpoon with handcuffs and walk around because they want to express
with no one being shocked about it.
With no one. Yeah. Now that's what I'm saying. But say what it is. Don't make me go along with your agenda based on it.
People are mistaking
My brother in
opinion
crime.
and discussion
What do you mean?
with hate and telling people that you can go out and hurt these people. No. You just have an opinion on something and you want to openly discuss it, but you can't. You can in this society.
Because I have an opinion. See, legislating feelings is. I don't want white people to like me if they don't. Like,
don't force them.
Don't force. Don't force.
If you're looking usual
don't
guild
make
rate,
white people
let's take a look at them.
Like me. You know, but listen, I agree. Don't put your hands on me. Don't beat on me. Cause I'm not suggesting that. I'm only suggesting I have a theory about homosexuality. A theory.
Yeah.
I'm not homophobic. I don't want them dead. They don't. Matter of fact, I live in New York City. I mean, you know, in the area.
Yeah.
Gayness doesn't fucking bother me.
No.
And for most guys, gayness doesn't bother them. Gay guys bother them. Gay women are fun. You gay, baby? Good news.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of not gay in you? Because I want to just
be a part of it.
Yeah, maybe put my finger in your asshole, baby. But it's like, can we talk about it without you saying I'm a anti this and a fucking that? Man, stop. It's scary. It's deflating. It makes me furious, man. It makes me furious because you feel lonely and you feel helpless because you know you have to deal with this shit to make it in this business. And I got in this business because I was a funny kid. And then I found out what comedy was, and it ain't funny. And I'm like, it tricked me. It tricked me. I thought it was just fun and games, and I get paid.
Why don't you take a look at some of my merchandise and we'll see what kind of deal we can make.
The fun, it takes a little bit out of you because to balance, for me to be a good businessman,
holy shit.
For me to be a good businessman, I have to take away from my innocence. Because being a good businessman means you got to be an awful motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can't be loyal. You can't be good you have to be able to chop heads, man. And it's sad because I want to have friends.
Yeah, you just want to have fun and...
You just nailed it. When we're here from 6 to 10, this is unbelievable. This is the greatest thing that
this is the
you
fun
could
part.
do. But everything around it is such a drag, and it does start eating away at you. And it shouldn't be like that. You don't need any fucking bosses, trust me. You know what the fuck we're doing. We don't, at this point, we don't even need a company behind us because of the shit that comes with that.
And you would love to not have a company behind you.
We joke about it, but, you know, and people beat us up for this, but we're dead serious when we tell our listeners that when 10 o'clock comes, even though we go past 10, but let's say when the show is officially over, we can't get out of here fast enough because we don't want to rot anymore. You stay around here long enough, it rots you. And people go, oh, that means you don't care about the show. No, you have no idea what the fuck happens when the show ends.
When you're dealing with, when you have humanity and you see that you're in a game where humanity, you're an idiot for having a dignity or just a philosophy that you live by,
an individuality.
You're an idiot. Loyalty in this business.
Oh my God.
If you're loyal to someone in this business, you're a fucking idiot. Anything you do that makes you a decent person normally, in theory, in show business, look, and I'm fucked up. I talk a lot of shit, but I have nothing to fall back on. I've been doing this shit 20 years. I'm hoping I don't open my mouth enough where I can't do a gig in Utah for a couple of bucks, so I can fucking keep my ceiling fan turning on. Other than that big crazy money, people think, oh, he's miserable. I'm not. I'm just. It's scary, dude. It's scary. Good job, Patrice. I get them shakes when old white people say great job. Nigga, I'm not.
Good job, Patrice.
You're supposed to hate me. I'm anti you. Now I'm in this party. There's free sushi, free, some pretty white girl is going, hi, I saw your special. And you go, you idiot. But you can't do that shit. You got to go, hello, how are you? And that's, ultimately that's what Tracy did. Tracy thought it was all for free. He didn't understand, dude, that it's not for free. Like I said, I use prison analogies and shit. If you go into prison, I'm telling you, you ever get locked up and say your money ain't coming for a couple of days, your clothes ain't coming and you didn't eat for a couple of days, just don't eat. Because if somebody goes, hey, man, I see you in trouble, man. I got some Twix and a bar soap for you and some socks.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Oh, thanks, guy.
Yeah, that's great.
3 days later, hey, man, I need 17 more socks. I need 17. Oh, I didn't tell you about the percentage. I need 12 Twix and 1 Snickers, and I need socks, drawers, and sneakers from you.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me about that when you gave it to me.
Turn around. Like American Me, you get a knife in your asshole on a bag of rice. And that's the game. It is what it is. See, but see, the perception, the last thing I'm gonna say, a lot of people carry themselves in the perception in which they think the business sees them. So they have confidence when they think the business thinks they're the shit, and they have nothing when the business thinks they're nothing. So when I talk, of course people say, fuck that fat asshole, fuck it. And they'll be ready to go at me because their perception is I'm not big enough in the business to be scared of. But I earn my respect based on me. So I don't owe. So I can go back and forth. So if I say Tina Fey's name, I'm not calling out Tina Fey. That bitch is powerful. But I'm saying, bow down and say sorry to me for something you said. But Tracy's big problem, he didn't mean what he said. He just says things frivolously, right? And he had no defense for himself because it came out with no meaning. He didn't say it for a reason. Me, if I say I don't like Chinese people, if I say, hey, listen, there's my issue with homosexuality, talk to me, motherfucker. So I'll talk to you about it. And if you're convinced, I'm a fair motherfucker. You convince me of what I'm saying is to be wrong, and I'll go, you know what? I'm sorry. Because I'm sorry comes from, it's like the bill collectors when they go, sorry, sir. Wait. Don't say you're sorry. You didn't do nothing. And you don't even have an ability to be sorry. You're doing what you're told to do. I made a statement and that I believe. If you don't believe what I said, let's talk about it. And if you can convince me I'm wrong, then I go, I apologize, man. You made me see different. Right. That's what an apology is. Not, I'm sorry, I fucking said faggot 80 times, and you caught me.
When I have to deal with people on the phone and they start with that sorry shit, immediately I go, don't say sorry because you don't mean it. Let's get this. Let's understand each other.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
I go, no, you're not sorry. You don't understand. Because if you're sorry, then you would see it my way, and then this would be the end of the conversation.
Sorry, sir.
That one drives me fucking nuts.
I'm sorry.
And I call him out every time now. Don't say sorry.
Sorry.
You're not sorry. You're doing your job.
Yes. Sorry what?
What is your... The way you're talking, though, it doesn't seem like you then have a goal or anywhere you want to be. You're like a status quo. You just want your ceiling like you're in the wrong fucking business, obviously.
It's fucked up because here's what I want to do. I'm going to tell you what I love. Yeah. This is why...
Yo, wait. Before you answer that, I think what Patrice is saying, a lot of other people could understand.
You've been a good friend to me.
By the way.
That means something.
It's not just the entertainment business. That's why this is a great hour with Patrice. There are people doing just regular office jobs that have to deal with a lot of this shit on a different level.
Yeah. Well, cops.
When you see the guy
cops that fight against the blue silence, and they're like, wow, man, why are you abusing that? Why are you, somebody driving around, he's like, niggas and fucking speaks, and he's like, why are you doing this to these people? And he's like, what are you, fucking rookie? What are you, a homosexual, Taylor?
What about just in the corporate world, in an office, you see the guy, I'm talking to a lot of people right now, you see the guy that got the promotion over you know you're better, but he was playing the fucking game. He did. Simple as that.
He did what he had
played
to do.
those dumb things that you just don't want to do.
And you're an idiot.
Yeah.
For not doing it that way.
But you truly are an idiot because that's the game you're in.
You're fucked
Those
up
are the
by
rules.
not being what that other guy was.
So you picked the game, but I didn't pick this game based on what I find out it is. I picked it on the fact that I was a funny kid. And what you said is my goal is to somehow have an ability to reach out to whoever wants to listen, and I get money for it. Somehow. I don't know how to do that, which is people who just agree or not agree. They get to hear another side, and I don't have to worry about apologizing every 5 minutes. I don't have to worry about the police kicking. All I have to do is worry about whether someone agrees with me or not. Because I'm not a frivolous guy. I don't just say this to get effect. I believe it. It hurts. It hurts my heart.
What kind of job is that?
Like what? Nothing. But I found out in 2011.
Yeah!
I'm 41. I started when I was 22, and my dick got fully hard. Now I'm 41. I got to smack it a couple of times. I wanted to be a pimp. Now I look at my girl, go hand me my pills, sweetie. Thank you. You get tired, and it's like, I got a couple of more years of boxing, of fighting, but I do want to be able to say something against the status quo without losing everything I have. Without losing everything I have.
You're not really putting yourself in any position to lose anything.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When I come on the show, what, 10 years?
Yeah.
Fucking 10, 8? Do I give you good radio?
Fuck yeah.
Of course you do. What I'm saying.
Of course.
Give you good radio. That's putting myself in a position to do well. That's what I'm saying. I do the work.
So you do. All right. See, I just wanted to square that because
elephant in the room puts me in that position. Right. But what doesn't put me in that position is I got a call from a guy. He'll stay nameless. He goes, man, I got this role I want you to do. But can you not be you, but be you? I go, what are you? I knew what he meant. I want him to say it. So you're saying you think that you can get everything good out of me without getting no bad? The reason you think I'm good is because of the bad part. It's in entirety. So that's why it's like, let's find a Patrice. Like, I've seen breakdowns. I've been in there where I see something for radio in Dallas. We want a Patrice type, Patrice O'Neal type.
Yeah.
But they just don't want to deal with my head issues. Like, they want to deal with just the fact that I'm funny. People agree with what I would say, but it's too whatever. What I'm saying, I'm doing the work. I'm on the show, having the good people listen, and people like, when we're doing the synergy and everything.
But then it seems like, all right, so you're doing the work, you're putting the work in.
Yes.
Then when the offer comes in to take it to the next level, you need absolute Patrice perfection. Your mind has to look at this, study the offer, and be like, I don't want any risks. I don't want to be indebted to anybody. I don't want
risk.
And that doesn't.
Risk is wrong.
Yeah.
And indebted is wrong. Indebted is, what I'm saying is, debt is when you get something for free, but you owe. Like, so, hey man, here's a loan. Oh, I got the money. But there's something else. If I feel like, listen, this reward is worth what and I put myself in a position where I am not going to have to go belly up.
I knew I'd find you.
Because my risk, this is my risk.